Okay, so along with rib cage control, we also want to be using our abdominal muscles when singing, because they too will help control your breath when you're singing. So let's go through that now. In order to begin using the muscles in your abdomen to control your breath, you first need to get in touch with those muscles. Okay, what I'd like you to do is begin by placing your hands on your diaphragm. Remember, that's the muscle that lies across the top of your abdomen and runs along the front and underneath your rib cage. Now, applying a gentle pressure with your hands, say the sound S with me in 3 short bursts like this. S, S, S. Okay? And with me, S, 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 S. Notice how the area just under your sternum, which is the dagger-shaped bone that runs down the middle of your chest, it tightens and becomes firm when you make that sound. You should also feel these muscles moving outward a little when you do this exercise. Let's try that again. Ready? And S, 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 S. This switching on or engaging of these muscles is similar to the action or response you want from them when you're singing. This action helps to slow down the recoil of the diaphragm, as I mentioned earlier in this lesson. However, we're not done yet. You can also use the lower abdominal muscles to help control the breath too. So now, let's place both hands on our lower abs and say that S sound again. Ready? And S, 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 S. Can you feel those muscles engaging? You should feel the muscles contract slightly or move inwards. Let's try that again. S, 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 S. So the upper abs move outwards during this exercise. S, 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 S. And the lower abs move inwards. S, 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 S. Your aim when singing is to engage these muscles for the purpose of controlling the breath and slowing down the recoil of the diaphragm, as well as keeping your ribs suspended to provide resistance against the internal intercostal muscles and the collapsing of the ribs. So as you're singing, allow the upper area of your abdomen to remain expanded for as long as possible, and allow the lower abdominal region to gradually contract throughout the phrase or sentence you're singing, all the while keeping your rib cage and chest nice and buoyant, nice and up. So let's put one hand on our rib cage and the other back on the lower abs and try all of that on a longer S sound, shall we? Like this. Okay, now your aim here is to release the breath in a steady stream. For instance, if your S is coming out all shaky like this, and inconsistent, then that shakiness means you're allowing the breath to exit your body at an inconsistent rate. So focus more on keeping the rib cage expanded, the chest buoyant, and your breath flow even and consistent. Okay, so let's try a couple of those. Ready? Breathe in, expanding your ribs and your abdominal area, and keep those ribs up. Only let the lower abs contract and relax. And breathe in for one more. And keep this switched on. Let this contract here. And keep your ribs up. And relax. Okay, as I've mentioned already, this is probably a new and unfamiliar technique to you, but one that, when you master it, can allow you to sing longer phrases with more ease and comfort. So keep practicing this technique even when you're speaking. All practice is good practice. Okay, so I'll see you back here in a minute for a breath control technique that will help you add interest to your singing by using dynamics, which are the louds and softs in music.